Hello, good morning, good evening to all the lovely people who are watching us across the globe and these beautiful ladies, the beautiful mommies who are on the panel today. So, I'm your host, RJ Shraddha Vyas, on behalf of Eyes Open International in association with Bharat FM and Bharat TV. I welcome you all. And today it's 9th May and we are celebrating Mother's Day. Well, it's rightly said. God couldn't be everywhere, so He created these lovely angels, which are known as our moms. So there are few lines I would love to dedicate to all the mothers across the globe. हजारों किताबें मैंने पढ़ ली इश्क और मोहब्बत की, लेकिन पहले पन्ने पे जो नाम लिखा था वो था माँ। बचपन में उंगली पकड़कर चलना सिखाया, गिरी तो गिरकर उठकर वापस चलना सिखाया। जब दर्द मुझे हुआ या चोट पहुंची तो उन्होंने मुझे दर्द झेलना सिखाया और सहना सिखाया। हर सिचुएशन में स्ट्रांग रहना सिखाया। जब कभी भी मैं बाहर गई तो उनकी दुआओं ने मेरा साथ नहीं छोड़ा। वापस लौटी तो बस बड़ी आंखें करके घड़ी की तरफ देखा। हर चीज मिलती है इंसान को दुनिया में, लेकिन माँ नहीं मिलती। भगवान खुदा गॉड हर जगह पे तो पहुंच ना सका, इसीलिए उन्होंने ममा को बनाया। और मैं यही कहूंगी कि मेरी दिल की यही गुजारिश है और ख्वाहिश है कि जितने भी पल में जीऊं, बस अपनी माँ के लिए जीऊं और उनके साथ जीऊं। और इस माँ का दिल कभी ना दुखाना, क्योंकि इनके लबों पे कभी बद्दुआ नहीं होती और वो माँ ही तो है जो कभी खफा नहीं होती। Wishing you all mothers a very, very, very happy Mother's Day. Though I'm not a mother, but I really love you, and you all are doing really wonderful jobs being mothers. So now it is a time for me to invite the panelists for this lovely evening. Mrs. Rachna Sabarwal, the trustee of Eyes Open International India. She is currently the trustee of Eyes Open International India. It is a non-profit organization that specializes in raising voice awareness and support against the modern day slavery grassroots strategy. She always believes that winners are not the people who never fail, but the people who never quit. This is the motto of her life, be it any situation or circumstances. She never gives up. Rachna ma'am, please, few words.
Shraddha, thank you very much. Your starting words were so emotional for all the mothers. I really appreciate the feeling that you have shared for your mama, I guess, if I'm not wrong. Right, Shraddha?
Absolutely,
Thank
absolutely.
Yeah, thank you very much. Hello, everyone. This is Rachna Sabarwal, and I am the trustee of Eyes Open International and Eyes Open Trust India. Right? It is my immense pleasure to welcome you all on behalf of Eyes Open International. Today is a very special day. It's Mother's Day, and I believe that a mother is the beautiful creation of a God, right? The most precious jewel are her children. I guess. I guess every mother would agree with this. We are celebrating Mother's Day to appreciate the efforts and the sacrifices that a mother makes for their children. Her prayers and wishes are always there with her children, no matter where she is. No words can describe my love. This is for my lovely mother. I dedicate this message to my mom. Even she's watching it live. So it is a very emotional, but I would like to give this message to my mom. No words can describe my love and respect for my mother. Sorry, but today I take this opportunity to thank my mother, and I'm really grateful for everything that she has ever done for me. Love you, Ma. Okay. I have read somewhere that successful mothers are not the one that have never struggled. They are the only one that never give up despite of any struggles, right? So even I have struggled, but it's a part and part of life. I have two kids. The elder one is my daughter, she's Poonam, and the younger one is my son, Harsh. When they were young, I have sacrificed so many things for them, but I have never faced lot of challenges in order to balance my house, my work professionally. But I am quite certain that each of you would agree that every mother is doing everything for their children, whether they are a working mother, they are housewife, they are busy 24 into 7. Mother is mother. Nobody can take the place of mother, I guess. It is a beautiful word, mother. Ma. In Hindi, we call ma. Right? Third, I would like to share one of my phase in my life, which was very difficult for my family to cope up, because in 2016, my daughter, she was in 12th. She is a very brilliant student. She was in 12th science. All of a sudden, she gets up in the morning and she's not able to walk. So she was, for 1 year, she was on wheelchair. At that time, I was working with MNC company to make him stand. I sacrificed for my daughter because my priority is always my kid. Others are rest. I believe in that. So today she is doing excellent job. She is doing her masters in social work, and she is a very brilliant student. She is a fighter, I must say, like mother, like daughter. This is the struggle what I have faced in my life, but I have no regrets for anything because I'm very happy that my daughter, she is independent now. That is what I want to share with you. Mothers are always mother. Nobody can take the place of mother. I am always there for my kids, whatever situation, whether it is a good or it is, they are always with me. And the last but not the least, I just would like to say this, that all the mothers are there that believe in yourself and believe in your kids. That is my motto of my life. So always trust your kids. If you have faith in your kids, definitely they are going to uh, definitely they are going to be a very good human being. That's all from my side, Shraddha. Thank you so much. Thank
It
you
has
so
really
much.
touched me. And this
Thank
is my
you.
first
Thank
time I'm
you.
actually interacting with each one of you and of course with all of them in next few minutes, but it has really touched my heart. I have really no words to say on this.
Yeah, thank you,
So
Shraddha.
it's
Thank you so much.
thank you so much, ma'am. It's really touched my heart.
Thank you.
So now the next panelist, it's Miss Honorable Bukola Oriola. She is a member of U.S. Advisory Council on Human Trafficking, appointed by President Barack Obama in December 2015. She herself has been a survivor of labor trafficking, and she has dedicated her life helping others by sharing her inspirational stories and giving solutions to service providers, clinics, community members, and she is a consultant for Office for Victims of Crime Training and Technical Assistance Center. Ma'am, could you please share your journey or few words on this occasion?
Good morning, everyone. Afternoon or evening, wherever you are. Hope you are hearing me okay. Sorry, due to technical glitches, my camera is not working today. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. For me, mother's journey, wow. It's not something that anybody can teach you. It's something that you learn as you go, because first of all, motherhood for me is not only for someone who has given birth to their own biological child, because I was very young when one of the first jobs I got was working with children ages 2 and 3. And the way I love on those kids and the way they love on me made me feel like they were my children, even though I had never had any child before. But when I now became a mom with my own child, it's a whole different experience, because you learn as you go. You will have different people tell you, oh, the kid will behave like this at this age, or this is what you experience at this age. Sometimes it is not the same. Sometimes it is so. So it's kind of a curious journey. And as a mom, I can only hope for the best. And when I think about my own relationship with my mom, I saw my mom of blessed memory as my friend, because she was the one who always told me everything. If I was confused about something, she would explain it to me. And I was just so grateful to have her for the few years that I was able to have her before she passed away. And now, some of those things I've learned from her, I'm incorporating some things I'm not using at all in my own way of raising my child. But all in all, I'm grateful, and I will just say that motherhood is a journey and will continue to be a journey. Thank you.
That's so lovely. And motherhood, it is not by force. It is by choice. I have always heard this. Correct me if I'm mistaken.
Yes,
So
I
now,
think motherhood is a choice. Yes, is a choice. Yeah, it's on the person who wants to have a kid or
absolutely.
not. But also, I think that women generally, even whether you don't have kids, you take on that role when you are given the responsibility, either it's babysitting other people's children, or even just other kids coming to you for help or for support.
Absolutely. And I agree to that. So moving on to the next panelist, it's Miss Karen. She lives in Cincinnati currently. And I've heard something very interesting about her. She's just not a mother, but even a grandmom. So she's having more experience in comparison to all you lovely mamas out here. And she's involved mostly in outreach and missionary work. So, Miss Karen, few words or something you would like to share on this occasion.
Yes, I have realized I think I'm the elder of the group here. And I do have a combined family of 6 children, 9 grandchildren. And also my parents are both still alive. My own mother is 89 years old. I became a mother for the first time when I was 23. And I did not go back to work after that. I did have another daughter at that time. However, within about 3 years, I found myself to be a single mother, and that takes on some new challenges. And I know I'm not alone in this. And I decided at that time to reinvent myself. I did not want to go back to a job that was 10 hours a day. I was concerned about not being there for my children to get them off to school, or what other profession could I look into. And I am an outreach person, and I am a very hands-on social type person. So I went to school and got my license in cosmetology. And it opened the door to so many opportunities, the flexibility of my job, and meeting other women constantly and being able to help each other out. I felt like I should have an honorary degree in psychology because of the interactions with other women. But I think that it was very important at the time to be close to family because my own mother stepped in and helped out. My community that I lived in was several families of young moms, all of us working part-time, full-time, and we all got together to figure out a schedule to help each other out. This helped immensely, and another thing that really helped me was the invention of the slow cooker. People call them a crowd, because I found this as a challenge to walk in the door, and to me, being able to sit down and have a meal with my children was very important, and that slow cooker got me through a lot. I offered to drive the children to school in the morning since I did not need to be to work till 9 o'clock. So that gave me the extra time in the morning to prepare things at home. My mother helped on Saturdays, which was extremely helpful. If she was not available, there was a girl in the neighborhood who was very responsible that my children loved, and she helped out. When my girls were 11 and 12, I started giving them some responsibilities when they came home from school to be on their own. I think this gave them a sense of helping mother out, as well as handing over some responsibilities. I did remarry and got 4 more children in the process. And I also had to go through a lot of surgery on my shoulder, which took away the career in cosmetology. So I reinvented myself once again, and I got a license to sell real estate. This also kept me involved in community and more relationships. And I would have to say that it was a luxury to have professions that were flexible. And that would be my advice today to any mother. Don't be afraid to reinvent yourself. If your job is consuming you and taking away precious time, consider reinventing yourself. It's okay. I would also say that today I find myself in a unique situation. We call it the sandwich generation. I have parents I am taking care of and grandchildren I am taking care of. I'm also continuing my career. And I would say it's very, very advisable to stay close to your parents, not just so they can help you, but someday they are going to need you. My mother was a great inspiration to me, and I'm going to read to you the card that I'm going to give her today, because this sums up, I think, what all us mothers aspire to be, hope to be. And even though we're not perfect, we should never think that we have to be perfect. We need to look at the resources around us and use them. My card says, Mom, you are as brave as you are beautiful, as strong as you are sweet, and as courageous as you are caring. You give me so many reasons to be proud of you. That's why anytime I talk about you, everyone knows I'm talking about my hero. You know, life does have its challenges and its struggles, and it's all worth it. It makes us stronger. And I would say today for mothers, when you do come home, even if you're tired and stressed out, try not to show that to your children, because they should be encouraged to know that work is good. It keeps us active. It keeps us in community. It keeps us aware of our surroundings. And I think it's important to try to engage with them when we come home, and give them a positive outlook. I know it's hard. I know you come home and you're tired. I've seen it in my own daughters today. My oldest daughter is 43 years old and just adopted a baby. And she said to me, I never understood why people were so stressed out over having children. And this little thing is only 2 months old, and I get it now. I understand it now. So we now have our newest grandchild at 8 weeks old, and my grandchildren go from 23 years old to 8 weeks old. we're very busy. And I love being able to help. I love the opportunity to be a mother, and I love watching my children becoming mothers. So
This is so beautiful, like reinventing yourself, starting back your career. And I think you should go and take your degree back in psychology. I really would love to see that, honestly.
it's still possible.
Yes, it is. Because as you said, you have reinvented, so you can do anything that you actually want.
Yes, yes.
So moving on to our next panelist, it is Professor Dr. Bhavna Mehta. She's currently a dean and head at the Faculty of Social Work, former Director, Office of Corporate Affairs, and former Dean, Office on Special Duty Faculty of Law, the Maharaja Sayaji Rao University of Baroda. She is almost like, working in this field since 30 years. She has extensively worked on women and children's issues, especially focusing on the areas of violence, child rights of child, empowerment, health. Ma'am, few words, please.
Thank you, Shraddha, and happy Mother's Day to everyone here, out here on the screen, and those who are watching us all here. Thank you, Karen and Rachna and Bukola, for making this so very connecting, and that tells one thing, that the feeling of motherhood is universal. So whether you are in East or West or North or South, being a mother, it's just one quality of, and that runs through, is this unconditional love. And this unconditional love at any age. I lost my mother when I was 44, and it took almost 3 years for me to come out of that trauma because of losing her. So in terms of that, just tears will just roll down my eyes, and I wouldn't even know that I'm crying because I'm just thinking about her. So the point is, at any age of your life, mothers, are always loved and missed. So even if I am at 60, I would want my mother, maybe 80, to be with me. So this is, at the same time, enjoying being me as a mother. And I think I enjoyed that journey, not because I had my son, who made me, and whom I felt made me complete, but also because my mother was there to raise my son along with me. So I feel my son had actually 5 mothers, because I was there as his biological mother, but in my journey of life as a working mother, as a working woman, my mother and my sisters also became eventually mothers of my son. So it's just not that you have to be Devki to be having a child. There are so many Yashodas around your children, who could be in terms of the school teacher, could be your sisters, could be, as Karen said, one neighborhood girl who was taking care of her children during her absence or when she was busy. So I think this is that love thread that cuts across and makes a special bond between a child and a mother, and that could be anyone who gives this unconditional love to a child. When my son was born, I was on a very critical stage of my career where I couldn't afford to leave it. I had to work to survive. And so at that time, I had this wonderful family who supported me. And I think I survived because that family was there. And the main actor in that family, of course, was my mother, but along with it supported was my husband. So I think it's very, very important to have this companion for a working woman to go through this journey of growing up along with your child and spending this time and sharing and caring the bond with your spouse. So I was very fortunate to have this very understanding and lovely husband who stood by me and helped me in achieving my career goals as well. But at the same time, I must admit that, in the early days, when the child was young, my son was young, I had to take back foot. I had to, play a little down so that I can spend more time with my child. So I began my second inning of studies, of doing postdoctoral work, PhD work, only when he was 10 years old. So I could have started it earlier so that my career could have progressed, but I don't regret that. That I started 10 years old, because I got what I wanted eventually in my life. And that also is a message to current mother, because I conduct a lot of programs with these young girls who are in the corporate, who are in the working, and they ask for the messages, and one thing is very important, is that as a woman we have a right to dream, and we must dream. We must chase our dreams. We must follow that rainbow, which has different shades and colors. And in that journey, there will be people who will pull you down. There will be people who will demoralize you. There will be people who will taunt you. There will be people who will who will make you feel guilty of what you are doing. But I think it's very important to, stick to your goal, as you told about Rachna, and that, that you have to be very strong in believing in yourself, that yes, you will be able to manage and you will be able to do what you wish to do. So this is very, very important, that self-belief and surrounding yourself by right kind of people, positive people, building your own support network. Otherwise, on this today's day, you got a lot of messages of Happy Mother's Day from your friends and others. But one message which I would like to say, to everyone before I conclude, which was very lovely, and that is, from a mom to a mom. We traded sleep for dark circles, salon haircuts for ponytails, long baths for quick showers, late nights for early mornings, designer beds for school bags, and we wouldn't change a thing. We call ourselves mom, and we don't care about what we gave up, and instead love what we get in return. That's what being a mom is all about. And I'm very happy that God blessed me with a child, because of which I can be a mom. And as we know, MOM is ultimately WOW, that is wow. So we all are wow. So let's be proud of it and continue to do what we wish to do. At the same time, continue to be a wonderful woman, wonderful mother throughout our lives. Thank you so much, everyone.
Wonderful. This is the first time you have laid that emphasis on mom, like turning into wow. It was something like, I never thought about. Thank you so much. So moving on to the next panelist, that is Mrs. Indrani Bhattacharya. So she has been an alumni of Presidency College, Kolkata, and she started her career with Royal Bank of Scotland. She is even part of Sangeet Foundation, which pursues the idea of increasing awareness about mental health through music and performing arts. And Sangeet Foundation has hosted many talk shows with artists and celebrities. So Ms. Bhattacharya, she is not only just a keen speaker, but a writer as well. She believes in working hard in silence and let the success make the noise. Ma'am, few words, please.
Wow. Thank you so much, Shraddha. I mean, that's quite an introduction you've given me. And of course, a very, very happy Mother's Day to everyone right across, to the beautiful panelists over here, and of course, Bharat FM and Eyes Open International. I know everyone has a lot to say, but to be honest with you, I don't think I've made as many sacrifices as everyone is talking about. So I can't say that, I've been a mother who has sacrificed a lot. Yes, I have been blessed with two beautiful children, and my daughter is 15, my son is 21. So one is in university, one is in college. We've had our all, as a family, I think we've had our ups and downs, our good and bad days. I have been very fortunate to have been brought up in a family where my mom and my dad have always encouraged me. So I've never felt very different from my brothers, to be honest with you. I got married into a family where that continued. So I've done my masters after I got married, and I remember my father-in-law, he used to actually sit over there waiting for me so that I study and I do my work. So he was there. So, he used to actually sit over there in the bed, and, if I stopped, because I had this habit of studying loud, revising and really with a high volume. And if I stopped, he would be the one telling me, why are you not studying? Why are you not doing this? So, when everyone over here is talking about sacrifices and all that is done, I think people have sacrificed around me rather than me having sacrificed for them. So yes, and we've all grown as a family. My kids are, uh, they've grown up always knowing that Mama is going to work and she is going to do this. And my husband, Touchwood, has been one of the the biggest supports that any woman could ask for. And so yes, it's been a brilliant journey. I can't say I've sacrificed a lot in my life. Whatever I've done, it has never been a compulsion. I've never been forced into anything. I've done what I've wanted to do. Coming here to the UK, as you've talked about Sangeet Foundation. Yes, we talk with loads of celebrities, loads of very, very strong women who are mothers, who are everything that they can be. And one lesson that I've learned is that, it's never a sacrifice. As you said, it's more of a choice. It's a choice I made. It's a choice I made to be a mother. It's a choice I made to work. It's a choice I've made to be part of anything that I've done. And I have had the support around me, touch wood. And so really that has been my long and short journey, if at all, and blessed with brilliant people around me. And as we were talking about, I do a lot of hosting over the weekend. We have hosted a lot of celebrities. We have hosted a lot of people who have made an impact in society. It takes up a lot of our time, definitely, but it's been certainly something worth going for. Sangeet Foundation, of course, works with mental health and the arts, how mental health helps, how art, helps with mental health. And I have been a part of that, and we continue to do that. So it takes up a lot of my time and takes up a lot of but then again, as I said, it is something that I love doing. And my children, my husband, my dad, my brother, everybody's just helped me along with it. So I can't say as a mother I've done anything extra than what my husband has done as a father, or my own father and mother have done. We've all walked together as a family, and fingers crossed we will come across stronger as a family every day. Yeah, that's really my story.
That's really wonderful. Like, you have got all that support around your family. Like, as you said, it's not you who's made the sacrifices, but people around you have done that.
Yes,
I think you're one of the lucky ones, I would rather say.
Absolutely, touch wood. I mean, it has, honestly, I'm listening to everybody talking, and I'm like, gosh, I've not done any such thing. I've not, honestly, whatever I've done has been something I've enjoyed doing, and I would do it at the drop of a hat. It's never been like a sacrifice or a big deal in my life. So yes, and I have been surrounded by people. My children also know it. They would rather have me go out and work outside than gibber at home. So yeah, go and do your job. But yeah.
Lovely, that's wonderful.
Yeah, thank you.
So moving on to our next panelist, it's Miss Shailaja Suri. So she has been the crown winner of Hotmont Mrs. India Worldwide 2019. She's crowned with titles such as Perfect Smile, I Love Your Smile, Ma'am. I must say that. Fab to Fit, Miss Catwalk, she has been the brand ambassador of Ladli Foundation, and she is even the official grooming partner with Opera Miss and Mrs. International Beauty Contest since 7 different seasons. And successfully, she is running her own grooming session under her own name. Wow, ma'am. Few words, please.
Thank you so much for such generous introduction. I'd just like to confirm first, am I audible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Okay, great. So I would like to extend my greetings to all the mothers across the world, whether they are sitting through the morning, evening, or night watching this. Greetings to all the beautiful moms out there, and this day is ours for us to realize what a blessing it is to be a mom. And like most of the working mothers that I've just heard in the panel, I'm also, of course, one of the things, trying to juggle up too much responsibility in just mere 24 hours in a day. I'm sure you all can understand. And there are life lessons that I've learned of my 21 years as a mother that I want to share with all of you, and especially with the young mothers, because this is the wisdom I gained over the years. I wasn't this time, but I would want to share it with someone who my thoughts and my way of living convincing, so that their journey of being a mother becomes wholesome, enriching, and allowing. So there are certain points that I've written down. I would want to share with you that. Yes, I heard a lot of analysts saying that some made sacrifices, some didn't, some were blessed with family support, some had to manage on their own, on their grit and courage. I am a kind of a person who has always been very conscious about my beliefs. And all thanks to my upbringing, I'm a third generation army kid. My father, my husband, my brother, everybody is in the army. This is the only word that I have seen. And I'm not sure if most of you know what army life is. It is all about transition. Every 2 years, we change schools. Every 3 years, we change new places. Our social setup changes. Our economical setup change. And we are made to make a lot of arrangements. And I very proudly can say that army children succeed very well in life because of this trait that gets inculcated. That they are not challenged by newity of life. They are not challenged by chores and turbulent people, because they go through a lot because of the profession in which their fathers are. So when I got married, and I was also very conscious about my likings and what I always loved doing, maybe because of the upbringing that I got from my parents. That they always told me that a happy being is a being first nourishes and nurtures what they love indulging in. So this is what my take has always been like. And today also, when I be firm and be that mothers, if they have to be, they must serve themselves first. When I say that they serve themselves, they should be constantly in touch with the changing you. Because we're constantly changing every day. Our thoughts, our life goals, our passions in our lives are changing, they're evolving. Do things that make you happy. Because when you are happy, from within, you are energized. And when you're energized, you can willfully, wholeheartedly execute all the responsibilities. And most importantly, mothers. The second thing that I would share with all the young mothers out there is that being a good planner really comes handy. So don't open your umbrella when it starts to rain. Rather, keep the umbrella handy when you see the dark cloud ahead. Because always like a mother who is never under pressure, exhausted, tensed, unexperienced, gloomy, anxious, or unhappy. You will always have that calm, and you will always be in control of all the situations. Third, do whatever you love, and love every bit of what you do. Life is a lifetime experience, my friends. So just live it up. You shouldn't have any regrets when you are lying on your deathfire. It should be myriad of colors and experiences that you should have gathered in your entire journey. So savor and indulge, appreciate, nourish every relationship that you hold, not just being a mother, but being a daughter, a mother, daughter-in-law, sister. Every relationship has its own charm and it's beautiful in its own way and it is very gratifying. So do what you love and love what you do. The other thing that there are two myths that I have busted in 47 minutes. First, there is no concept of perfection. It's a big myth. It does not exist. So stop chasing, stop fooling yourself thinking that I can be a perfectionist. Even if you start living that myth, I'm telling you, it comes at a very heavy price. You will forever be irritated, exhausted, down under the impressions that people hold about you, and really need to think again: is it worth it? Second myth is that there is no perfect parent. Every child is different. Every parent is different because every situation and circumstances are different. They are never the same. So go head on with your great courage and wisdom and raise your child. Make that a lifetime experience. Becoming a mother is a lifetime experience, and you must make that same feeling, get evoked into your child. We should take pride that we are the creators, the nurturers, and path providers for our children. And believe you me, they certainly don't want a perfect mom. They want a mother who is loving, happy, funny, healthy, strong, who life and relate. And you must give lot of freedom to your children because the earlier you start, the lesser blunders they make when they grow. So, okay, this is particularly to Indian parenting. Parents, they actually control their children till they go to college. And, we spoon feed them with so many ideas, what's good for them, what's bad for them. And suddenly, when they're thrown in the open ocean of the college, suddenly we ask them to make choices. And when they make wrong choices, sadly so, but they are blunders because they have deep repetition. So, it's always vital to give room, space for your child to grow. Give them choices to make. Because if you're starting with giving choice to a child who's as young as 3, choose your dress. What food you wish to eat. Which toy you want to play with. So these are the small joys that only make a child more confident and clearer about themselves and what they want to become when they grow. And I've seen lately that there are many parents who take pride in educating their children in international schools, in giving them, providing them the best of facilities available, even at the cost of cutting their lifestyle. But let me tell you that what actually makes a difference in a child's life is what example do you set in the home for your child. If you're preaching set A, but you're practicing set B, which means that you are gloomy at home, you're secluded, you're not mingling, you are quarrelsome, you are not empathetic, but you think that you're sending a child to the best of schools, giving best facilities, the child has to be a Waltart, it never happens. So you have to actually play that role in which you wish to see your child excel. You have to become that role model for your child. Only then can you make that child stand on the threshold from where his onward journey is only excellent. The other facet of my learning of being a mother for 21 years is that don't overprotect your child. Don't be their stress absorber. Not be someone who's stowing their life for them. And don't give them too much of comfort. Let them struggle, slog it out for what their passions they have, so that they value hard work, they value achievement, they value money, they value relationships, and of course, it's very important that we raise a happy and a wholesome child, someone who has a very active and sound body, very secure emotionally, a very agile, empathetic mind, because we are not looking at only building successful profession. You know, what we leave behind is a legacy, and we must create a masterpiece, and that can only be created if we love them unconditionally. Like how somebody today said that God couldn't be everywhere, so God made mother. And there's another common trait that God and mother have in common, and that is that they are not judgmental towards them. They don't judge them. So never ever judge your child. Never pitch them against other children. Never force them to be at a path in which they are not good at. You are only lowering their self-esteem. You are only questioning their credibility by doing so. Rather, you should only look for positives. Only look for the qualities which a child excels, and then choose a help the child choose a career. This way, the child is going to pursue the passion and turn it into a profession. And this is the best thing that can ever happen to any child. I would be faltering today if I don't thank my mother for the beautiful life that she has given me. You know? And if I, at the age of 45, decided to participate in an international pageant and win a few titles, if having swapped many careers, challenged myself along the way, it is only because I was made to feel that I'm worth it. I was made to feel by my parents that I could achieve anything provided I worked hard. So a big thank you to my mother and my dad, who's up there in heaven, for giving me that kind of self-insurance that anything is possible so long I worked hard for it. So I would request all the mothers that be your child Shakti, Sakhi, and a Sarati. Become that power, that friend, and a father provider that your child needs. And you just see how your child lives. Well, I did not tell you that I'm a mother of two adorable daughters. My older one is Dirisha Suri. She's going to be 21 in July, and she's a fashion designer, currently doing internship with Fab India overseas. And my younger one, they're 9 years apart. She's just come to grade 7, and it is a delight to bring up children who belong to two different generations and enjoy, devour every bit of motherhood, which is literal in the sense that so long your children are there with you, make lots and lots of memories so that tomorrow when you sit together, you have so much to talk about. Be clumsy, be crazy, be funny. Don't be perfect. So boring. And apologize as a parent if you've done something. It is not God. You know, we are in the shape that God has sent. So this is all about me. I hope that all the young mothers who are watching me thought a little lesson is that to my come and do to them. I would be so happy. I have my Instagram page. It's a fun account by my name, Shraddha Masuri. I have my Facebook page. I would be so happy to connect with anybody and everybody for any kind of help, assistance, or anything else. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I really loved whatever advices that you have given out, especially the power, path, and friend. These are the ingredients, I would rather call it, that should be between a mother and a child.
Thank you.
As we are live on Facebook, I can see many comments coming in. So Jayanta Ray is wishing you all mothers a very happy Mother's Day. Mitesh, then Chetna Shrestha, Kamlesh Patel, all of these wonderful people are wishing you a very, very happy Mother's Day. And yes, a special request has come up by Mr. Harold D'Souza. Before starting the event, he told me that Shraddha, please, mere behalf pe just wish all the moms a very happy Mother's Day. So moving on to our next panelist, that is Mrs. Bindya Hemant Bhatt. She has been an integral part of the management system of Asta Surgical Hospital since last 2 decades. And there is a dream that she wants to fulfill. That's not her dream, but her daughter's dream. That is that nobody should be uneducated, neither they should be unhealthy. So she wants Her daughter wanted that everyone should be educated and healthy. And to fulfill her daughter's dream, they have established Dr. Shivani Bhatt Charitable Foundation in the loving memory of their daughter. Ma'am, few words, please.
Thank you, Shraddha. Hello, friends. Good evening. A mother can replace others, but mother is also irreplaceable. I too am a proud mother of my two kids, Shivani and Soumya. Though all the children are equal, a mother-daughter bond is something special. My daughter, Shivani, was my pride, my real hero, was my firstborn. A very beautiful bundle of joy, who brought immense happiness and love in our life. A great scholar, painter, Bharatnatyam dancer. Every talent was there. She was very friendly and obedient, who excels in every field. Dearly friends, God had given me a very bright and beautiful, multi-talented girl who every mother dreamt of. After completing her 12th board with flying colors, she pursued her career in the field of medicine. In her journey in medical college, she also shined bright. She got 5 gold medals with high rank in university exam. To complete her post-graduation, she decided to go USA. For that, she had cleared all 3 steps of USMLE exam with extraordinary scores. In 2019 September, she applied for US residency program. Here also, she got 20 interviews from all across the USA, from renowned university and hospitals. She headed for that in the month of October 2019. Her first interview was at Youngstown, Ohio. On 31st October, after pre-interview dinner, she met with a road accident. God took away my beautiful daughter with him. It put me, my family, my friends in profound state of shock. We all were devastated. Gradually, we gathered ourselves. Meanwhile, we wanted to do something in memory of my beloved daughter. We want her alive. She had a great passion to be a successful doctor and serve her country. Often she told me, Mom, it's my dream that every child in my country should not remain unhealthy and uneducated. To follow her dream and her loving memory, with the help of our friends, we have started NGO, Dr. Shivani Bhatt Charitable Foundation, SBCF. The main aims of the foundation are health and education of underprivileged children and people. SBCF works providing towards underprivileged girl child because God took away my daughter, but He gives me so many daughters. Now we see and feel our daughter in each and every girl child. My institution, SPCF, also work in many ways, many areas. Mostly, we involve our project in the field of health and education. We believe that one good teacher can change the future of so many students. So, we have started teachers training program, Stuti, in which eminent teachers of various subjects organize training sessions for teachers of private and public schools. This session improves the teaching method and make subject interesting to the student. We also adopted 15 underprivileged girls for providing higher secondary education every year. Our foundation provides educational books for higher studies like MBBS, physiotherapy, and various paramedical courses at Bhai Kaka University. SBCF Lending Library, a novel idea of pre-owned books for the economically weaker medical and paramedical student. Mission Pink Health, where the girls of various municipal schools are scrutinized for anemia and then treated accordingly. Awareness about menstrual hygiene and distribution of sanitary pads to the girls at various municipal schools. Friends, during this tough time of COVID-19, we also extending our help by providing oxygen concentrator in the various hospitals. SVCF also started round-the-clock free teleconsulting system by our young and enthusiastic doctors. Friends, currently we are in infant stage, but with your help and support, and by God's blessing, we will definitely create a larger impact on the society. Here I want to share my feelings and experience to young moms that life gets tough. But just remember, you have a strength to handle any adversity. Be strong, be positive, be kind, do work with good intention, and spread love together. Extending a helping hand to those in need is always a satisfying feeling when you reach out to people who need help, then you feel happy and a burst of positive energy. Friends, believe that anything is possible. So, be the best version of yourself. You are unique and beautiful in your own way. Never underestimate the power of positivity. God is always with you. Lastly, I am very thankful to Mr. Harold, whom I know a very kind, humble, and helping guy. He has done a great job in our tough time. Thank you very much, dear Harold, for your support. Thank you, Eyes Open International, for giving me such a great platform to express my feeling. I am really very happy to be a part of EOI. Thank you, all of you, your gorgeous mom, to listening me, and it's been it been pleasure being with all of you today. Wishing all of you a happy and blessed evening. Thank you.
Ma'am, thank you so much. Your words were so inspiring. I don't know if you could notice or not, but tears started rolling out of my eyes when I just heard about your daughter. You're really strong. I wish you were in front of me, I could hug you. Trust me, but virtual hugs and kisses for you.
Thank
You're
you.
very, very strong.
Thank
So,
you.
moving on to the next panelist of the evening, that is Mrs. Poonam M. Bhatia. So, she is a children's holistic coach or yoga instructor. She is a young mother in law and a loving mom, and her motto in life is work for a cause, not for applause. Live life to express, not impress. Ma'am, few words, please.
Thank you, Shraddha. That was a very good introduction, and welcome all the mothers on Facebook on this panel, and wish you all a very very happy Mother's Day. I would just like to share very quickly. Will not take much time. I will just wanted to share my journey of mother, which was very disheartening in my early days and early career. After marriage, it was all good. I had two beautiful kids, a daughter, an elder daughter, and a son. Now they are 27. My son is 24. But this time, what I'm talking is way back somewhere in 1998, 97, 98, which was. I met with an accident, which was I thought it is the end of my life, and I thought, how am I going to grow my children up? And I was really in pain for 3 years. I was on bed, and I used to look at my children, and I used to cry inside, not in front of them. Whenever they used to go to school, I used to cry back behind, and I was telling God, why only me? Why was I the scapegoat for this accident? But somewhere something inside me told me, nothing is wrong, Poonam, just have patience, have a little of a positive feeling, everything will go well. So and if I can share a very bitter truth, that it was not even financially, we were not even in a good position. So I thought somehow, those 3 years was really very, very bad for me. But when once I got back on my foot, I will just tell you a small thing, that I had a left ankle crash. My left ankle was totally crashed up, and I was on bed for 3 years. Just looking at my kids, roaming from one end to another end, just couldn't do anything for themselves, was really making me feel very bad. But still, I had, one thing in my mind, I had faith in God. And somewhere, after 3 years, 3.5 years of my bed journey on my bed, I got up and I thought, okay, now this is the time when my family needs me the most. After that, I still went. At that time, BPOs were a lot in the this industry. The BPO industry was really booming up, and somewhere I got a job. It was a night shift job, but still I just took it up because I knew, my family needed my support. My husband was really supportive, my children were very small, but I just took up that job. I worked for about a year in the BPO industry, and then I thought, what am I doing? I'm not even taking care of myself. I just can't give enough time to my children. Somewhere something is wrong. I gave up that industry. I just took a break of a month, and I thought, now I think maybe somewhere, I can go for an industry where I can be with my children. So that is where one thought came into my mind, that, why don't I go for education? So I quickly, I went for a teacher's training job, and I did it for 6 to 8 months, and I was qualified as a teacher. I luckily I got a job in the school where my children were studying. I worked there as a primary teacher, and then I was promoted to a secondary teacher also. And at least that job gave me a satisfaction, that I used to keep seeing my children in and on and off, from the school to house. But still, there was somewhere, I thought something maybe not very easy for me. It was not an easy journey, but I was not able to spend quality time with them. So somewhere work-life balance was, was not very good. But I wanted to, somewhere I wanted a break, and I thought, now, and that time was the time where there was no phones. So whenever I used to be back, from the school, I used to spend the maximum time with my children, as they were really very small. So I think somewhere, you should, spend whatever time you get after your work, just spend it with your children, your spouse, your family. I had my father-in-law with me, and I was so lucky that I was supported, with all their support. I really moved forward in my life. And somewhere I think, when children see both parents working hard at home, and then and they head to office to provide the families, what they want, they learn nothing but, they learn everything, that it doesn't come easy. They learn that nothing comes easy. So children used to feel sick, maid used to not come, but still, I learned to expect the unexpected, as if I could say. But I think, we are all expected to be superwomen. So somewhere, we can all handle everything, and with all the ups and downs, whether it's a family wedding, or it's a PTM wedding, PTM meeting in a school, or anything at home, I was expected to attend everything. And if I bunk, or if I don't go anywhere, I was like an irresponsible mother that time. But thankfully, I had a husband who shared and divided all this equally with me. And somewhere I thought, all this goes if I have learned from my experience that, if you teach your children, a few things, it goes a long way. That time I just did what I'm just saying, what I did. I mean, I used to teach them little things, like just put the dirty clothes in the laundry bag, or just clean up, whatever mess they have done. From the very beginning, they have been doing it, both my son and daughter. And, just cleaning, just neatening the beds and everything small, So I think you should always in your journey encourage the kids, to do small little jobs which can really help them, to not only in their personal lives but in your life too, in the life of their parents also, and somewhere, planning, I think, is a very, very important thing. Once, when you're working, you must have a plan on your hand, as with a little planning and family cooperation, moms can make routine tasks easier, and get family members involved at all times, like at meal times, at least the small children can set the table, or, after meals, they can clear the table, or train them something to, just to put into the trash. All these little things really make it, very difficult for moms, especially moms who are working, So, and I think also make time for yourself. That is a very important thing that I'm coming up to, like some gym activity at home, now that we cannot move out, you can just, to de-stress, you can just listen to some music, or do whatever, just make a coffee for yourself, and you can sit and chat with your husband, or just call a friend down, now that it's really very difficult, but I'm just saying in good days, you can do that, just for a de-stress, or just work on your hobby. That's what I've been doing. I love doing yoga. So I have recently, in my lockdown, the lockdown has really been very, very profitable for me, I could say, because I really passed my 4 months, 3 to 4 months of yoga training, and now I'm a yoga teacher. So it's just that use the planners, use small any resources or apps or anything that you can track. Like these are never-ending goals, so plan ahead as much as possible so that nothing is left to the last minute. I would just give this small bit of advice to all you young working women, that yes, I believe that we can make a successful career and fulfill our life too. It absolutely, it is possible, because and then you can just and I just feel that recognize and appreciate all of the great things in life that you have. Even a small little thing like having a rooftop on your in your life, and having a family around is a blessing in disguise, and take one day at a time. So not taking much time, I'll just share with you that I have recently lost my father, and just about 10 days back, and I lost my mother just last year. So since it is Mother's Day, and I really was remembering her, I remember a lot every day, but today was something special. So I just wanted to share with you a small a para that I came through, is that my mother kept a garden, and it was a garden of the heart. She planted all the good things that gave my life its start. She turned me to the sunshine and encouraged me to dream, fostering and nurturing the seeds of self-esteem. And when the winds and rain came, she protected me enough, but not too much, because she knew I'd need to stand up strong and tough. Her constant good example always taught me right from wrong, markers for my pathway that will last a lifetime long. I am my mother's garden, and I am her legacy, and I hope today she feels the love reflected back from me. Thank you so much to all the people who are listening to me. Thank you, Shraddha. Thank you, Harold, to give me a platform like Eyes Open International. And I just wish all the mothers and all of you in the world a positive healing. And I hope that we all come out as winners from this COVID situation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. That was really lovely and touched my heart. So, as it's Mother's Day, so I'm thinking I should give a small message to my mom because she's watching us live on Facebook. Just before any event that I start, she's the first one who wishes me good luck. Don't be nervous, you can do it. It's like, there were times when nobody supported me, nobody trusted me, but it was her who always showed that trust and support. She has been like a pillar in my life. I don't think so that I want to live even one single second without her. Like right now, I'm just connected virtually with her, but I miss her every moment. And yes, if I speak a lot, I might just start crying. But I would avoid that. There's just one small thing before I want to conclude this message, what I'm giving to my mom. I'm really sorry, Mama, if I've ever hurt you, knowingly or unknowingly. But you should know this, that I really love you, and I don't think so I can live my life without you and your presence. You're my pillar, and I always want you to be with me. I may not be the best daughter, Mama, but I've got the best mom in the world. So, Mama, happy Mother's Day, and I really love you. It was really wonderful learning from each of you moms out here. So, respecting the time, I just could take out 2 questions. So, I just want to quickly ask you, wonderful moms. It's like, do your moms really have an inbuilt lie detector? Like you catch your child is lying, like with a snap. Who would want to answer that?
Many will.
So true, Shraddha. Very true, Shraddha. Very true. I just catch my son. Sometimes if he's lying on something, I just catch him sometimes. Sometimes it's difficult, but sometimes yes, I do catch.
Anybody else?
It's you can catch your son, and I know my son is lying, but I pretend as if I don't know and wait for him to tell me. I think that's the best thing, because they think they have tricked us, but they don't know. Hum uski maa hai, hum samajhte hain. It's like that.
Shraddha,
Yeah,
it's a intuition that always tell that something is going wrong. So mothers know that their son or daughter are doing something fishy. So it is mother's eye that only can catch the wrong thing. It is not a lie detector. It is a mother's eyes, right?
Absolutely.
I agree to this.
They are our extensions after all, mother's extensions, and we have seen them from the time they've taken birth. So they think they are getting smarter by the day, but they don't know that the eyes of the mothers also getting very sharper by the day.
I agree on that part. Anybody else would love to answer this?
I
Yes,
think
Miss
Karen
Karen.
wants to.
I find that my daughters who are now mothers, when I call them to ask specific questions and they pause before they answer, I know they're making something up. I know that they want to tell me something that I'd like to hear so that I don't confront them over something that I might want to give some advice over, and they don't want to hear it right now. But yes, it's that little pause they make. And I think, oh, you're not going to tell me the truth. You don't want me to know. And so I just go along with it.
So next time when they pause, it's like you're aware that they're lying to you.
Yes.
You've given them a heads up that don't pause.
Now they know.
Anybody else would love to answer this?
Yes, I would like to add to this. I just want to say that, it looks like as a mom, once you become a mom, you get rewired in a way where, it's almost like every move of your kid, it even when you're not there with them.
Mm-hmm.
And, whether you go out, because sometimes I find myself go out and then come back home, as I come home, I know something is just up. And, it comes to me, but I could tell on his face, like, hey, you've been up to something. What have you been up to? And then I ask, what mischief are you up to? Sometimes it may be, I don't want you to be on the computer. You have to be in school, done in virtual school, and he's on there on the computer. And I could just see it, on his face that something is up. And I just go straight for where I think the thing is up. And yes, it is. Even when he tries to hide it, oh, come on, this computer is on. So we need to shut it off and get back to class. Thanks.
That's amazing. So anybody else wants to add to this lie detector part? Because my mom catches me whenever I lie. I don't know how.
I think, Shraddha, most of the children always know that, when they are lying, and so to tell that, that I've caught my child in the lie is, I think they just know. I mean, if my son stands in front of me, I know he's lying. He doesn't want to do it, and it's not that he doesn't want to do it because he's being the good boy. He doesn't want to do it because he doesn't want to get caught in the act. If that's a so, I think sometimes we should just let them be. It's important for them to lie, to fall and learn and get up. It's very important to lie. If you don't lie, you don't know the value of the truth. So, I mean, that's my take on it. As long as it doesn't go beyond a certain point that they can't control. But to be honest with you, I think I've been a teacher for so long now that you have to allow the small things, to be able to control the bigger things. That's my take on it. I mean, that's just how
Absolutely.
I think of it.
Like, let them make mistakes and learn out of it.
Let them lie. Let them lie. It's okay. I mean, the small lies are very acceptable because if, my professor in college used to say, if you don't read the bad, you can never appreciate the good. If they don't lie and understand the mistake that they are making, if I told my son that, oh, this is a mistake you're making, it's never going to be something that is a pleasure. It would have been nice for me to hear from my parents, and I'm sure it's not nice for my kids to listen to that. So when they learn it on their own, next time they will not do it. So it's fine.
Absolutely. So anybody else wants to add on to this? Bindya ma'am, what about you?
No, my son is very genius. And he also know that I am lying, but Mama catch me.
So that's really nice. It was wonderful hearing each one of you. Like, I've got really inspired, and these tips are really going to help me when I become a mom, which I don't know when I'm going to become because I'm not a mom right now, neither I'm married. But yes, I can feel all the pain, all sacrifices that each one of you have been through. And it was really wonderful connecting with each one of you. You indeed are super moms. And really, salute to you all. Rachna ma'am, why don't you add a few words as a word of thanks?
It was really a wonderful session with all beautiful mothers, I must say. And on behalf of Eyes Open International, I would like to thank you all, Honorable Bukola, Karen, Professor Bhavna, Indrani, Shalza, Bindya, and Poonam, and of course, Shraddha. You are the heart of, I must say, this show with a beautiful dimple on your cheek.
Thank you.
And for sparing your valuable time and sharing your inspirational thoughts with all of us. And I would like to thank our media partner Bharat FM and my EOI founder member, Mr. Harold D'Souza, for giving me this platform, and Hriday Rawal, my managing trustee of EOI. I really thankful to all my EOI team for supporting me to make this event wonderful. That's all, Shraddha. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you once again. You all are super moms, lovely moms. Like, I really don't think so. I'm capable enough to even give you words. But really, thank you so much. I have learned a lot today. And I'm pretty sure the people watching us on Facebook, YouTube, they have also given you good wishes and they have learned a lot. Thank you so much and have a wonderful evening or a morning or a afternoon wherever you have logged in from. Thank you so much. Love
Thank
you
you
all.
so much and namaste.
Thank you, Shraddha. Thank you all. Love you all.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
This is Bharat FM.
बजेगा भारत झूमेगा भारत.
ये है भारत FM.
बजेगा भारत झूमेगा भारत.